Howdy guys, Michael here again from GuitarGate.com, and I want to talk to you about practicing. What you should do, how much time you should do it, and how much time you realistically need to actually get good at this thing, right? To actually see some real improvement. Now, everybody has different goals, right? And I always tell my students two things, and I really think this is very important and you should take this to heart. The first thing is you have to have a balance between what you know you need to work on and having fun. I think it's very important that we don't forget why we picked this thing up in the first place, right? It's fun. But you can't just always pick it up and play the stuff you've already gotten good at, right? You do need to have that balance between, stuff that's fun, stuff that you already know how to play, and actually, addressing your weaknesses, right? You got to play to your strengths, right? Decide what you want to do, what's fun for you. Address your weaknesses, like, I'm always stuck in here. I never get to go up here. I can solo here, but I don't really know how to connect this, that, and the other. You know it, but you don't do it, right? And actually putting that stuff you learn into context, meaning songs. So I'm working on this scale. I'm working on this chord. And it's been giving me trouble, but I'm kind of getting the hang of it. And then find songs that have that in there, learn it, put it in context so you can start using it, right? So that's the first thing. Find a balance between actually working on your weaknesses and having fun. The second thing, which I think is the more important aspect of this, is realizing that this is about repetition, not duration. Let me say that again. Learning guitar, learning anything really, it's about repetition, meaning how many times you do something, versus duration, meaning how much time I'm actually doing it. So here's what that means. It means 10 minutes twice a day is better than 20 minutes once a day, right? 30 minutes a day is better than 2 hours 2 days a week. You get what I'm saying? It's about how many times you pick the thing up and you strike that balance between having fun and working on new things that you'd like to improve in. The more times you actually pick it up and put it down, and pick it up and put it down, the more quickly you're going to build those connections between your ear, your brain, and your hands on the instrument. That's why when you go to try to learn French or Spanish or whatever it is, that you learn the quickest when you go actually there and you live there. And every day you talk to people and you try to get things out. The more times that you try to figure things out, the more times that you actually try to improve at something that you're currently not that good at, the quicker you're actually going to improve. It's the same thing with math. When you're learning calculus or whatever in college, you can't just muscle through for 3 hours on this one thing and then at the end of that 3 hours you're going to get it. That's not how it works. You do your best for this short amount of time, and then you go do something else, and you come back and then you do your best for that short amount of time, and then you go do something else, then you do your best at that short amount of time, and then you go do something else. That process, that consistency, where you're committed to it and you keep coming back to it, that's how you build your connections between all these things. So here's a quick little takeaway for you guys. If you're working on, say, that dreaded F chord, right? And you're a beginner and you can't get that bar, right? You don't just sit there for, like I said, an hour and go. You do it for 5 minutes, and then you do something else. You can do something else on the guitar or go do dishes. Come back, right? And then if you do 5 minutes of that on something you currently can't do, and you do that 10 times, you're probably going to get it. And you're not going to get it if you just sit there for 50 minutes, the equivalent time of just muscling through that same thing. It's about repetition, not duration, and striking that balance between working on what you know you need to work on, because you have different goals, and those are different for everybody, and having fun, not forgetting why you play this thing in the first place. Just remember, keep it in your hands, keep picking it up. See you in the next one.